All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So getting ready to put the head studs in to the lq4 and get the heads on. So right here I just got the head gasket set up, and then I've got my Permatex copper spray, the gold spray. So I'm gonna get these just a nice little coat real quick, and then I'm gonna start putting the studs in, allow that some time to set up and everything, and then we'll move forward with getting the everything torqued down and installed. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get these sprayed real quick and then I'll be right back. All right, so I already got a couple of them here. Got that Permatex sealant sitting on those gaskets. So we'll just make short work of getting these all set down. Not really tightening them much, just getting them in there nice and snug, and then according to directions, you let the nut actually do the clamping on them. So it says you can use Loctite on these if you want them permanent. Of course, that one's going to go in a little. There we go, freeze up. I've never seen anybody actually use Loctite on these, so I figure I was going to. Once these are torqued down to especially the bigger bolts, torqued down all the way to the 90 foot-pounds, it's going to take quite a bit for one of these suckers to back out. So I'm not too concerned with that. But anyways, I got my ARP Ultra Torque. These, for some reason, this side of the block is, I guess I should have chased these threads when I did all the others, but they're bottoming out the same amount. So all these ones on this side went in super easy. Kind of like that one there. Anyways, I'll do a little time lapse here on the rest. I don't think you need to sit here and watch and listen to me put the other 20 in, so we'll get that time lapse going. All right, we got all the studs in, and our next order of business, I've got the lifters all put in the trays. These are the updated trays, and these are LS7 lifters. So we're just gonna go ahead and get all those installed. All right, finally. Maybe. Oh, give me just a moment. They've never been this difficult to install, so most likely I'm doing something wrong. All right, well, those lifter trays are weird. I have never had a set of lifter trays go in like that. So, they're a little snug going in, but I finally got them. Next time I'll probably put the gaskets on and then the head studs. This is not too bad, but just fights the threads there a little bit. So anyways, we got those on. I'm snug down there. And then now it's time to put some heads on. So I got them clear at the other end of the shop. I'm gonna grab them and we'll get them on. All right, got that one on already. There we go, there we go. I don't know if anybody's ever told you guys, but pretty much an LS head is like freaking razor blades. Everything about it, sharp corners everywhere. So be careful if you are doing this at home. Cut your hands up pretty good just trying to do simple things on it. Anyways, got a bunch more work with the washers and the ultra torque here. So gotta see how I'm gonna do this, and most likely just do a time lapse getting them all on here and then getting them torqued down. All right. Whew. Already got the other side, so all I gotta do is get the top row here. It's just those little bolts, I think. All right. These little bastards are 28 foot-pounds. Get this last couple torqued up here. Next thing we're gonna do, I gotta get the valley cover kind of cleaned up, and I gotta get the new sills in it for the knock sensors. And probably gonna go with the factory knock sensors for now. I see a lot of people on these Gen 3s completely eliminating the knock sensors, and I want to do that. I want to put a nice valley cover on it, but I don't know. I mean, how are you reading knock with the computer if that's not on there? So I don't know. And I'm sure with the Holley setups and everything that not too many people are worried about it because they end up being so safe. So that might be something that I look into. It's pretty simple to pull an intake off and a valley cover and some knock sensors. So I figure we'd do that later. And then I have the Trailblazer SS intake manifold we're going to put on here. So I know Matt Happel was sloppy. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he did 1,074 horsepower with that. I believe it was that intake. So anyways, we got those on, and I'm going to get that valley cover all taken care of, cleaned up, and then we'll be back and we'll get that on there. All right, so it's been a day or so since we worked on the engine. I did come out and get the rockers installed. Those are the ones with the Brian Tooley trunnion upgrade, and then it comes with the Brian Tooley bolts for it. So we got those in. We got the valve covers here. I'm kind of cleaning up a little bit. They were covering a bunch of gunk. I'm not trying to make them look perfect by any means, but we're going to get a little bit of brake clean on them, get the oil off the surface, and try to make them look a little normal. So we're working on that right now. You know, getting the lift installed definitely took up a little bit of time. I got my electrician coming tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon to get all the wiring done on it. We're just gonna run off that box, run conduit across and over, and then come down, and we're gonna weld in a kill switch here with another outlet. So we'll have another 220 outlet in the garage, which will be nice to have. He's also gonna get parts to get my extension cord here for the welder back to the 50 amp, the one that I hacked up if you guys ever watched that video. So we're gonna get that fixed and back to normal. Anyways, I'm gonna brake clean these off, get a little Scotch-Brite on them, and then we'll get the bolts back in and get them on the engine. And I got to find the valley cover, which I think is just up in the parts here somewhere, and we'll get the valley cover on, and then I'm going to tape off these ports because it's going to be a little bit before we get any of that done. So anyways, we'll be back with you here shortly. Well, never mind the dirty ass intake, but I just wanted to get that on, see what we're looking at. Got the valley cover and everything cleaned up and on, valve covers on. So I gotta get this cleaned up, get this throttle body off of here. I got that Snake Eater 92 millimeter drive-by cable, not by wire. So that's what we're going to be running on this, but essentially she's all done other than little sensors and stuff. So I've got all the accessory drive. It's that white box, that big white box down there. It's a Holley mid-mount. So that's the one where everything actually bolts on to the water pump. So we're gonna, hopefully that's gonna work good with this. But yeah, I mean, it's looking amazing. So I'm actually probably gonna pull this off and get that. Got this really nice steam port vent that I got from Motion Raceworks, and it was a breast cancer awareness one that I got, so I thought it was really cool. Anyways, we'll get those on. I'm gonna see if that'll actually work with this manifold. If not, we'll have to try something else until we get a different intake manifold. But all that's here is foam rubber, or the foam in the front and back. So I'm thinking it should give us a decent amount of clearance. So we're gonna try it anyways. But I'm gonna end this video off here, and little things to button up on it. Like I said, the lift should be getting finished up. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be getting the blazer on it. I got the blazer flipped around and pulled in, so it's ready to go on. And then we'll be doing, starting to get that engine and transmission out of there. The transmission's been leaking all over my garage, so that's what that big old stain is. Brand new garage, big old stain. I've made little stains everywhere else, so it doesn't even matter. Anyways, gonna end it here. No more rambling. Like, comment, subscribe, follow along for the journey, and we'll see you in the next video.